We are back here on stage at E3 2007. I am now joined, just over here, don't worry about the cameras.
Okay.
I'm joined by Misao Kobayashi. You're the license coordinator for Ubisoft, and you have brought Naruto Rise of a Ninja for the Xbox 360.
Exactly. I'm here to present Naruto Rise of a Ninja, and it's coming out this October for 360. It's a 360 exclusive.
Excellent. Now this is a game coming from Ubisoft Montreal, is that correct?
Exactly.
So these are the people that did Prince of Persia, that brought that series back, and now they're giving that like the top shelf treatment to Naruto.
Exactly.
Well, let's jump into the game and see what you got. Now you've got a couple of parts to show us here. What's the first part?
The first section is the city of Konoha.
Okay.
So we're going to go right into that.
Now this is the village that Naruto is from. Now the game itself, what part of the Naruto fiction is this going to cover?
This is going to cover the first 80 episodes of the anime, which is from the beginning of the story to the fight with Gaara. So you really see Naruto starts off as rather, well, he's kind of a flunky as a ninja. He's not a very good ninja.
He's a poor ninja at first.
Exactly, and nobody really likes him because all he does is go around doing pranks.
Right.
So you really have to grow as a ninja and grow as a character to get the acceptance of your villagers and really grow as a ninja so you can fight the various different enemies that you're going to have to defeat over the course of the story.
Now here we are in Konoha.
Here we are in Konoha. This is the ninja village that Naruto lives in. It consists of several hundred buildings. It's completely it's a single piece, so there's going to be no loading anywhere in this.
So it's just the entire city. You'll have access to the whole thing right from the start?
Exactly. There's certain areas that you're not going to be able to access until you unlock some special abilities. Where am I?
Now, what is there to do while you're out and about on the streets of Konoha?
There's a variety of different things you can do. You can interact with the variety of NPCs that you see here. Or you can do mini games, which, okay, now I know where I am.
So it's big enough that you can get lost in it.
It's true. I've been playing this game every day for the last year, and I'm still getting lost. Okay, I'm now in the ramen shop. I'm going to talk to the ramen shop dude. His name is Teuchi. And I'm going to deliver some ramen for him, because that's one of the mini games that's going to be available in this city.
I saw one of the options there was to also eat some ramen. What does that do for Naruto?
That's going to recover your health.
Okay. As ramen does in real life, so that works.
Ramen is Naruto's favorite food, so it's a reoccurring theme in our game. Okay, as you can see, I'm supposed to go there. I have a 3-second time limit, and
big
here I
backpack
go.
Full of steaming ramen.
Exactly.
Go, man, go.
And I'm running.
So you've just got the little arrow at the top of the screen, just telling you where to go.
Yeah, and it's also my goal is also indicated by the mini map in the corner.
All right.
So there it is. That's my first delivery. And as you can see, the NPC has gone from being unhappy to happy. This means that in my future missions, this NPC will give me hints or help me in my upcoming missions.
Excellent. So you want the villagers of Konoha to think favorably of Naruto.
Exactly. The story of Naruto is very much about getting accepted by his villager, at least for the first for our game. And doing these missions and doing these mini games really has an impact on the game itself by getting more and more favorable villagers.
So he might be a ninja, but he just wants to be loved. Is that the underlying message here?
Ultimately, yes. Ultimately, yes. Even ninjas need to be loved. Try not to run into that bush. And here I go. As you can see, this is an open city, but it also has multiple layers. Because Naruto is a ninja, he can jump around and access areas like the roof and multiple stories. And NPCs are going to be hanging out on above the ground level.
Sure.
And that's something that really differentiates us from a lot of other games.
Now, it said that was the first of 10 possible ramen missions, so that means, I assume, as you progress, you're going to get to ramen missions that you're not going to be able to necessarily complete at this level with Naruto.
Exactly. The missions are going to get progressively harder, and I'm going to move on to the next section while I'm explaining because there's going to be some loading time.
Okay.
Yeah, the ramen delivery is going to get progressively harder,
Okay.
and you're going to need additional abilities like double jump and sprint jumping in order to be able to access the shortcuts that will allow you to do the missions.
Now, how do you actually gain these new abilities?
By progressing the story
right,
and completing missions. This is our next section of our demo. Here's Kakashi, but I'm going to ignore him because, well,
Because that's what Naruto does.
This is external platforming, and as you can see, this is called the waterfall stage because, well, there's a waterfall. And what I'm trying to do is get to the end of this stage without triggering these traps right here, like this.
Oh, so you don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. That takes away from my health, and these platforms, if I stay on them for too long, I sink into the water, so I don't want to do that either.
Flail your arms around hilariously.
Exactly. So I'm going to run through these things so I don't sink into the water.
And Naruto's booking this time. He was kind of had a light jog going in the city, but now he's definitely got a full sprint going.
Well, this is actually a map that's later on in the game, so Naruto has all his abilities.
Okay.
That's why he can double jump, and this is the sprint that I was talking about
yes.
earlier. And here he's doing his double jumps.
There's the titular waterfall.
And yeah, that's the waterfall I was talking about. And here he is.
Now, are there a lot of action sequences like this where it's kind of a confined path?
It's true. We have quite a bit of traditional platforming in our game, and it's definitely one of the major features of our game. I'm going to show you the fight a little bit in the next section. Right now, I'm using my water walking technique because ninjas can do that sort of thing.
You're having to kind of tug on the triggers to keep his balance on the water.
Exactly.
That's great looking water, by the way.
Thank you. And here is Kakashi waiting for me, and that's the end of the stage.
Excellent.
Now I'm going to move right on to the fight.
The fight, and because it's Naruto, it's ninjas, you got to have some brawling in here.
Exactly. So our fight is going to be a fairly traditional 3D fighter.
Now, is this representative of the full roster of fighters that are going to be available in the game?
No. Currently, we have 4 characters available for the E3 demo.
Okay.
But obviously, in the actual game, there would be more.
Okay. Now, I'm noticing different rankings. Is that stuff that can be affected by your progress through the game, or is that kind of each character in the fighting system has a locked rank?
Well, the verses are balanced the way they are, and we really wanted to make sure that each character was going to be balanced against other characters.
All right.
So Naruto is going to be a static character, and for the verses, and just to make sure that everybody's on an even playing field. This is also going to be on Xbox Live. We wanted to make sure that everybody is going to be playing with the same rules. Otherwise, it's not going to be very fair.
So we've got some arenas
let's
to choose
see.
from here.
My favorite is the Shrine Arena, so we're going to pick the Shrine Arena.
Your choice, sir.
And I'm going to be fighting as Neji against Naruto, who is going to be controlled by the AI.
Okay.
The AI is pretty brutal, so I think he's going to kick my ass, but we'll see how I do.
That sounds fine. We like to see a good beatdown either way. Now, what does the combat feel like in this game? Is this pretty traditional?
Well, the combat is there's 2 attack buttons, jump and a guard, and you produce combos and you do some special techniques. There are certain things that are very traditional about this fighting, like the combos, and there's things that are not very traditional about this fighting. It's about, like, for example, the special techniques that if I can launch. Here's a throw, by the way.
Little cinematic moments there for the throws.
And this is my special technique as Neji. This is not a very traditional fighting game, I suppose. I am attacking Naruto's chakra points in order to do some damage to him. And then now I have to mash the A button in order to amplify the damage I can do to him.
All right, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Now, so each of the characters then have these unique special techniques.
Yeah, each of the characters have a signature move that will have a separate mini game associated to it. And that was called a killer combo, which forces the other player or your opponent very far away. I'm doing my special technique once again so I can defeat my opponent. Okay.
So, how many of these special techniques, these unique abilities, do you? And you underestimated yourself,
yeah,
sir.
I totally underestimated myself.
Oh, but now you have to go back for more.
Yes.
So the number of special techniques that's fine. Number of special techniques per character in the fighting.
Each character has at least one unique ability.
Okay.
But they'll have several abilities because there's some techniques that are shared between characters.
Okay.
Some characters have more. At this point, I can't tell you because it's still a secret.
Fair enough. Well, I think I've wrung all the information out of you that I'm going to. You ready to take some questions from the folks at home?
Sure.
All right, absolutely great. Jody Robinson, what do people at home want to know about Naruto Rise of a Ninja?
Sebastian Olson would like to know, there's a green, he called it a green thing that's on the left side of the, he wanted to understand what that was.
I think he's talking about during the ramen.
Oh, that's actually Naruto's wallet. It's shaped like a little frog and it jumps up and eats the money. That's what that was.
Excellent. So just a little graphical flair there for flavor. Jody, next question.
Tom Lavery from England would like to know how far this game goes into the I can't say this name, Naruto story.
Naruto? Is that, you mean the game we're talking about?
Okay.
I think we covered that.
We covered that.
It's 80 episodes.
It's the first 80 episodes of the anime.
Okay. So we're not going to talk about it. It's none of this new stuff where he's a teenager. And,
no, none of that stuff.
All right. Pretty early on, just basic mythology stuff.
Well, we really wanted to start with the beginning.
Sure.
We wanted to allow people who haven't come to contact with the Naruto story before to really be able to pick up the game and enjoy it. So, and we also really like the beginning story of Naruto. It's a very emotional story.
Yeah.
And we feel that it's got a lot to offer.
Excellent. Jody, why don't you give me one more question?
Alan from Maine would like to know, is there any option for the original Japanese voice actors?
That's a great question. That's a fantastic question, but I can't tell you.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Cliffhanger ending.
I'm sorry. We're working on it. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, good to know. So this is Naruto Rise of a Ninja for the Xbox 360. When are you looking to ship this?
It's going to be in October.
Excellent. Miss Al, thanks for coming by and giving us a look at this.
What?
I said thank you. I'm thanking you.
Thank you. I was like, I thought you said look at this, and we're looking at.
No, giving us a look at this.
Okay.
So that's Naruto Rise of a Ninja. Our coverage of E3 2007 continues with this.